This is a video about the mean, the standard deviation, and the empirical rule. The question states, the data below shows the number of books purchased for the term. Find the mean and the standard deviation and interpret the empirical rule. So here's the data we have. We have a table with a bunch of numbers. We need to find the mean and the standard deviation. And to do that, we will use the TI-83 or 84 plus calculator. So here it is. So I have my TI-84 calculator, and I start out by turning the on button, and then I click the stat button. Then I want to edit, which is number 1, and that's already there. So I just hit enter. Now I have stuff in L1. I need to clear that out. So I'm going to hit the up arrow to get to L1 and then hit clear. Then hit enter, and that clears out L1. Now I just type in the numbers. I have 4, 3, 5, 2, so I type in 4, then enter, 3, enter, 5, enter, 2, enter, 0, 5, 1, 4, 0, enter, 5, enter, 1, enter, 4, enter, 6, 3, 4, 4, 3, 6, 3, 4, 4, 3, then 3, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 2, 3, 5, 2, and then 2, 3, 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 2, 5, 1, 4, 7, 5. Okay, so now that I have my data entered, I'm going to hit stat again. And this time I want to calculate, which is CALC. So I use my right arrow key. And I'm going to calculate one variable statistics. So I hit enter. And remember, my variable was L1. And you find that by hitting the second button. And then L1, which is number 1. You see the little L1 in blue? Then hit enter. And there's our statistics. X bar is the sample mean, which turns out that it's also the population mean. And we're going to consider this to be a population since it's this, we'll think of it as a group of a whole class of students. So the population mean is about 3.4, I rounded up. And the standard deviation, if this is a whole class, we're going to use sigma sub x. Had it been a sample, we'd say the sample standard deviation is S sub x, which is about 1.7. But sigma sub x is about 1.6. So I now have my mean and the standard deviation. So now let's go back and talk about the empirical rule. So recall that the empirical rule says that about 68% of the data should lie within one standard deviation of the mean as long as the data is approximately normal or approximately bell-shaped. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the mean and I'm going to go within one standard deviation. That means I add a standard deviation and I subtract a standard deviation. So mu plus sigma is 3.4 plus 1.6, and that's 5.0. And then if I subtract a standard deviation, mu minus sigma is about 3.4 minus 1.6. And that's about 1.8. So I can conclude by the empirical rule that the empirical rule predicts that about 68% of the students in the group purchase between 2 and 5 books. Notice I rounded because between 1.8 and 5 for books is the same as between 2 and 5. The empirical rule also tells us about 2 standard deviations from the mean. So in particular, if you remember, it says that about 95% of the data should lie within 2 standard deviations of the mean. So I'm going to add and subtract 2 standard deviations. If I take the mean and add 2 standard deviations, that's 3.4 plus 2 times 1.6. And I put that in my calculator and I got 6.6. If I take the mean and subtract 2 standard deviations, then I get 3.4 minus 2 times 1.6. And that's equal to 0.2. And again, between 0.2 and 6.6, the integers there, the whole numbers, are the same thing as between 1 and 6. So the empirical rule also tells us that the empirical rule predicts that about 95% of the students in the group purchase between 1 and 6 books. And I'm done with the problem.